Hello, everybody. Miss Debbie here. It's nice to see you tonight. I'm so glad to spend this time with you. I have some pretty fun stories, one that you're going to know, and two that are going to be brand new for you. So snuggle in wherever you're snuggled in, on a couch with your iPad in front of you, and just get ready for some nice stories to help you settle down before you go to bed. And a little reminder, next week on Tuesday, um, it's Tuesday the 17th at 6 p.m. We'll have an outdoor story time for bedtime stories. So it should be nice. Um, it's been nice so far on the grass, and just bring a blanket to sit on. And don't bring any toys. It's not toy time, it's story time. So look forward to seeing you in person. Okay. So let's say hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? Remember, we talked about different ways to wave, like this or like that, or I think it's fancy to go like meow. And the queen waves with a curvy hand. Oh, so important. And the Pope just goes like this, but that's fun. Waving is good. Um, that's what you do when you're not close to each other, when you're kind of far away. Just another way to say, how do you do? I do fine. And speaking of which, we're going to sing Where is Thumpkin, which is about manners. And we talked about this before. When the fingers meet each other, they bow. And that's a form of respect when you're meeting someone. And it's courteous to say, when somebody says, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Always ask back. That's the polite thing to do. Okay, so let's do it. So you're gonna hold up your hands, make two fists. A fist is a closed hand, and put them in your lap or behind your back. Let's start. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Tall Lady? Where is Tall Lady? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, ma'am? Very well, I thank you. Stride away. Stride away. Where is Ringman? Where is Ringman? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, dude? Very well, I thank you. Skip away. Skip away. Okay, now squeeze all of your fingers a little bit. Get that kind of tenseness out that we just did, separating all of those fingers. Okay. Okay. Now we're feeling energetic, right? Good. So our first book, and I did promise a unicorn book. It's called Do You Believe in Unicorns by Bethany, Deeney, Mojuya. And we don't know if this is a unicorn or a horse with a hat on. What do you think? Let's find out. Do you believe in unicorns? I do. I certainly do. So here's the barn where the animal lives. So from the backside, it looks like a horse or a unicorn. And look at the weather vane is a horse with a hat on. Here's the hat. Now, you could probably tell what part of the country this story takes place Well, first of all, there's a big old iguana sitting on the bench. So maybe it's out in the desert somewhere. And look at the colors of this, kind of like desert colors, right? Yeah. It's fun to think about what the artist is saying in the pictures. Hey, look, it's a horse in a hat. No, I do not think it could be a unicorn in disguise. That's ridiculous. It's just a horse who woke up with messy hair. That's why it's wearing a hat. Tell me this. Why would a unicorn want to hide its horn? You think unicorns like to keep people guessing? I think it's just a horse whose favorite color is red. Or a horse who doesn't want the sun in its eyes. Oh, what else is an indication of the desert? Look at that, a big cactus. Do you really think it could be that easy to find a unicorn? So look at the horse in the back. Look at the horse behind the rock. His head is tilted behind the rock, so you can't see if there's a unihorn back there. It's just keeping you guessing. Let's be realistic. It's probably a horse trying to keep its head dry. Look at the rainbow. I do think a horse would take its hat off for tea, though. This horse did not take its hat off for tea. More cactus in a pot. So I suppose I can't be completely, entirely certain that it's not a unicorn. Oh, thank goodness. Now we'll know for sure. It looks like some animals stopped and took their hats off. We saw the cowboy hat a few horses back. Let's see if we can find. It was at tea time, wasn't it? So let's go. Oh, look. I do think a horse would take its hat off for tea. So whatever this animal is, he's looking at our horse, and he's wearing that brown hat that we just saw in this picture. Aren't books fascinating? We can go back and forth. Look at that building. That doesn't belong in our desert. But it looks prettier. All right. Oh, I know why the building is there. The building has spires on top, right? So now when the horse is walking in front of one of those buildings and the spire is behind it, it looks like the horse is a unicorn. Hold on a minute. Maybe you can only see unicorns. Uh-oh. That looks like a real unicorn horn. Maybe you can only see unicorns if you believe in them. And these are are they silhouettes of unicorns? Or are they horses and silhouetted with blades of grass sticking up behind them that look like horns in the dark? You can believe whatever you want, but as for me, I believe in unicorns. The end. Sorry about that. That will make anyone dizzy, right? Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Cha-cha-cha. Everybody loves that song. Everybody loves to sing that song, skidamarink. I think it's just a silly word, but it's a good word. So I can't wait to read this book. I'm trying to think of another book that's similar to this. But I love this. It's called Don't Fidget a Feather. Now, years ago, kids, especially in families or when cousins got together, they might play a game called the no laugh game. So that in that game, or freeze tag. So it's kind of like musical chairs. When the music stops playing or somebody shouts stop, you freeze in place and you don't even blink your eyes if you can. And you freeze in place. And the first one to move loses the game. Or the no laugh game, if you sit there and stare at each other, the first one to laugh loses. Those are fun games if you didn't have your little phone and your apps with you and you wanted to have some fun. Don't Fidget a Feather by Erica Silverman. I like this book. I've loved this book for a long, long time. Ah, super. Here we go. Look at them. That's a duck, a white duck, and a brown gander. Gander is a man goose. One day, Duck went swimming in the lake. What a great swimmer I am, she thought. Look at, she's so pleased with herself. Just then, she heard a big splash. Greetings, Duck, said Gander. Hi, Gander. Watch me swim. Duck paddled as fast as she could. Look at her standing up there. Not bad, said Gander, but I'm faster. Let's race, said Duck. Ready, set, go. And off they swam across the lake. Duck came in first. Ta-da! I am the champion. Maybe, said Gander, but I can fly higher than you. Cannot, said Duck. Gander flapped his wings. Ready, set, go. And up they flew above the spruce trees. Gander flew higher. Ha! I am the champion of champions. No, you aren't, said Duck. Yes, I am, said Gander. Thud and thump. They landed side by side. Duck fluffed out her feathers. She waddled back and forth. Finally, she turned to Gander. Let's have a freeze in place contest, she said. Don't move, don't talk, don't fidget a feather. And the winner will be the one and only true and forever champion of champions. That's me, said Gander. We'll see, said Duck. Ready, set, freeze. Gander stood still. So did Duck. She watched Gander. She waited for him to move. A bee flew out of the bushes. Buzz, it zigged around Gander's head. Buzz, it zagged across his tail. It won't be long, thought Duck, before I will be the one and only true and forever champion of champions. But Gander did not move. The bee zigzagged toward Duck. Buzz, it hovered over her head. Buzz, it landed on her neck. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. The bee flew away. Duck waited and waited for Gander to move. A horde of bunnies bounded over. They perched on Gander's head. They slid down his long neck. Soon, Duck thought, soon I will be the one and only, true and forever champion of champions. But Gander did not move. The bunnies surrounded Duck. They tapped on her beak. They played with her webbed feet. They leapfrogged across her back. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. At last, the bunnies hopped away. How fun to be played with by a horde of bunnies. Not so much fun by a horde of crows. Duck waited and waited and waited for Gander to move. Caw, caw, caw! A cluster of crows swooped down. They circled around Gander's head. They landed on Gander's back. They bounced up and down. Any second now, thought Duck, I will be the one and only, true and forever champion of champions. But Gander did not move. The crows swarmed around Duck. They fluttered their wings in her face. They cawed in her ears. They tickled her tail feathers. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. Caw, caw, caw. The crows flew away. A sudden wind gusted up. Clouds of dust rose into the air. Branches swayed and leaves scattered. Whoosh! The wind blew Gander into a grove of dandelions. Whoosh! It knocked Duck into a mulberry bush. After a long, long time, the wind settled down to a sighing breeze. Half a second more, thought Duck, and along came a fox. Ooh, what luck! Fox's nose quivered with delight. Dinner tonight and dinner tomorrow. Dinner just waiting to be cooked. Out of the corner of her eye, Duck could see Gander. Gander did not move. Then neither will I, thought Duck. Fox rolled Duck and Gander into his sack and fastened it tight. Then he dragged and pushed and pulled it through the woods. Fox took Duck and Gander out and set them down next to each other. He started a big pot of water boiling. He chopped up potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, celery, and squash. He threw in a handful of beans. He added garlic and pepper. He stirred the stew. Then he turned and looked at Gander. Gander did not move one muscle. He did not quack one quack. He did not fidget one feather. Neither did Duck. Eyes sparkling, Fox pointed from one to the other. Eeny, meeny, miny, mander. Cook a duck or cook a gander. My tummy says to pick this one, and that is Y-O-U. Fox carried Gander over to the pot. Gander has to move now, thought Duck, but Gander did not. Fox opened the lid. Clouds of hot steam billowed out. Move, Gander, please move, thought Duck, but Gander did not. What if Gander can't move, thought Duck. What if he's too afraid? Fox lifted Gander high. In we go. Quack! Don't cook my friend! Duck snapped at Fox's tail. She nipped at his nose. Help, help! Fox dropped Gander and went running off into the woods. Duck and Gander watched him go. Duck sighed. Well, Gander, I guess you win the freeze in place contest. Maybe, said Gander, but you, Duck, are the one and only true and forever champion of champions. I am? Duck stared at Gander. Then she smiled and puffed out her feathers. Yes, I suppose I am. Gander peeked into the pot. Smells good. Shall we eat? And they ate the whole pot of Fox's delicious vegetable stew. Isn't it a fun story? I just love this. Two animals that you could see around here. Just go to a nearby lake, and you're sure to see a white duck and goose and gander. I like that story. So we're going to sing a song that we used to sing a lot last summer. And it's just a fun summertime song because it's a long, long song. It's called On Top of Spaghetti. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor. My poor little meatball rolled out of the door. It rolled in the garden and under a bush. And now my poor meatball is nothing but mush. But the mush was as tasty could be. And early next summer, it grew into a tree. And the tree was all laden with wonderful moss, and it grew great big meatballs and tomato sauce. So if you eat spaghetti all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatball and don't ever sneeze. So these are silly songs to sing on a summer night, and that is a silly song, but everybody loves it. So it's getting to be time for Lily White's party, bedtime. Go hippity hop to bed. I'd rather stay up instead. When mother says must, there's nothing but just go hippity hop to bed. Mm-hmm. Well, before we go to bed, we can get ready for bed, and then once we're in bed, we could hear another story. So before we go to bed, we do a few things, a few little chores, if you will. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss, mwah, before we go to bed. So our last story tonight is Pete the Cat. I love my white shoes, just because I love telling this story. And you love to hear the story, right? Would it be fun to have all different pairs of sneakers that are all different colors to wear, different colors with all of your different outfits? I think that would be fun. Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. I love, 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 love my white shoes. Oh no, Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color did it turn his shoes? If you said red, you're right. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. Everything is cool. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love, 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 love my red shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. What color did it turn his shoes? If you said blue, you're right. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love, 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 love my blue shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large puddle of mud. Oy, oy, oy. What color did it turn his shoes? Brown, muddy brown. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. I love, 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 love my brown shoes. Oh no, Pete stepped in a bucket of water, and all the brown and all the blue and all the white, red were washed away. What color were his shoes again? Right, they're white, but now they were wet. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. I love, 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 love my wet shoes. Squish, squeak, squirk. Wet shoes make a noise. The moral of Pete's story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song. Because it's all good. The end. I love Pete the cat. Everybody loves Pete the cat. So it is time to look for the stars, right? It's getting darker a little bit earlier each night. Starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Make a wish. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Goodbye, Twinkle. We'll look for you when it's dark out. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night for a drink of water or to go to the bathroom, and you could look outside and you might see Twinkle at that point. So, good night, Twinkle. So, our last song for the evening is one I sing for you, and it's called You Are My Sunshine, because you are. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Good night, everyone. Thanks for spending story time with me, and I hope to see you live on the lawn next Tuesday, August 17th at 6 o'clock. And if not, we'll be right here online, virtual story time, Wednesday at 7. Bye. Sweet dreams. We say nighty night. Turn out the light. Don't let the bugs bite.